Making your first $1 million isn't just about getting a bigger number in your bank account. It's not about buying a Lambo or a massive house, although that stuff is cool, I guess. It's way, way bigger than that. It's the moment you fundamentally change who you are. The first million is a total identity shift. It's the exact point on the timeline of your life where you stop just surviving, where you stop worrying about bills and groceries and rent, and you finally start building. It's the day the game switches from defense to offense, and you get to decide the rules for the rest of your life. This isn't just a goal, it's a complete rebirth of what you believe is possible for you. You know, I see so many people out there with incredible talent, people who work harder than anyone I know, but they never even get close to their first million. And it's not because they're lazy, and it's definitely not because they aren't smart enough. It's because they've never been handed a real, no-fluff, battle-tested roadmap. They're stuck navigating a maze without a map, trying to piece together advice from 1,000 different gurus, selling 1,000 different dreams. They're given puzzle pieces, but no one ever shows them the final picture. That confusion, that lack of a clear, actionable plan, is the single biggest dream killer on the planet. And that's exactly why we created Zestify Up. This channel is the antidote to all that noise and confusion. We're not here to sell you a course. We're not pushing some exclusive mastermind group or a magic PDF for $997. We have absolutely nothing to sell you. Our entire mission, the only reason this channel exists, is to find the people who have that spark, that burning desire to become a millionaire, and give them the blueprint to make it a reality. We exist to awaken the future millionaires who are watching this video right now, maybe from their bedroom, their dorm room, or their boring office cubicle. We're here to hand you the keys. So here's the deal. In this video, we're breaking down 12 bold, unconventional, and crystal clear ways to hit your first $1 million, even if you're starting with absolutely nothing. And we're doing it as a countdown, because each strategy gets bolder, smarter, and more explosive than the last. If you are serious, I mean truly 100% serious about making this the year that everything changes for you, then hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. Zestify Up isn't your average self-help noise. It's a rebellion, a blueprint, a movement. Now let's count down to your first million. Strategy number 12, compound everything. Most think of money, and yeah, that's a part of it. Invest consistently in something like an S&P 500 index fund. It's not about lucky stock picks, but patience. The secret? This isn't just about money, it's about compounding habits, knowledge, influence, everything. That first year feels slow, like starting at the gym or learning a skill. 99% give up right before it goes vertical, expecting immediate results. Millionaires understand momentum. Tiny actions repeated build and compound. It looks like overnight success, but it's built one day, 1% at a time. Imagine this. You invest $5,000 a month in an index fund with a 10% annual return. In just 5 years, that grows to around $385,000. In 10 years, you're looking at over $1.1 million. That's your first million, just by being consistent and patient. And there is no fancy scheme involved, just harness the power of compounding. Yes, Warren Buffett is well known for emphasizing the power of compounding, particularly in investing. One of his most famous quotes on the subject is, "My wealth has come from a combination of living in America, some lucky genes, and compound interest." Law of compounding can be used in all areas of life. Focus on getting 1% better at a skill each week. After a year, you're 70% better. Provide value to 1 or 2 new people weekly. The ultimate lesson? Patience and relentless execution. The law of compounding is always working. Start today. Join Zestify Up now and start your snowball rolling. Okay, coming in at number 11, we're cranking up the risk and the reward with a strategy that has made more millionaires and lost more money faster than almost anything else in modern history. Crypto and digital assets. Let's be perfectly clear right from the start. This is the Wild West. This is not a safe, slow-burn strategy like index funds. This is a high-stakes game of volatility, innovation, and massive opportunity. If you step into this arena unprepared, you will get absolutely wrecked. But if you play it smart, this is where fortunes can be made in a matter of months, not decades. Think about the sheer potential here. We're talking about investing in new, groundbreaking tokens before they hit the mainstream exchanges. We're talking about decentralized finance, or DeFi, where you can earn insane yields on your assets, completely outside the traditional banking system. We're talking about the fundamental blockchain technology that is set to revolutionize everything from finance to supply chains to voting. Getting in on the ground floor of this technological shift is like getting the chance to invest in the internet back in 1995. The people who saw the vision back then and took calculated risks are the titans of today. Now imagine this. You invest $50,000 across promising tokens, staking platforms, and early-stage crypto projects. With smart strategy, Even a 20x gain over a few years puts you at $1 million. That's not fantasy. That's happened repeatedly in bull runs. You don't need to YOLO. You need to strategize, diversify, and time the waves. But with great opportunity comes even greater risk. For every Bitcoin or Ethereum, there are thousands of failed projects, scams, and rug pulls that have gone to zero. The space is flooded with hype, misinformation, and people trying to get rich quick by dumping their worthless tokens on you. This is why your strategy cannot be to just throw money at random coins you see on Twitter and pray. That's not investing, that's gambling, and the house always wins. You need a real strategy grounded in deep research, a clear understanding of the technology, and ironclad risk management. Your job is to become a digital detective. You need to learn how to read white papers, analyze the team behind a project, understand the tokenomics, and identify projects that are solving real-world problems. You need to follow the smart developers, not just the loud influencers. You have to be willing to put in hundreds of hours of research before you invest a single dollar. If you're not willing to do the homework, then stay away from crypto. But if you are, you're stepping into a world with asymmetrical upside, where a small, calculated bet can potentially change your life forever. Now let's talk about another corner of this digital universe: NFTs, or non-fungible tokens. A lot of people wrote these off as a silly fad about overpriced monkey pictures, and for many projects they were right, but they completely missed the bigger picture. NFTs are not just about digital art. They represent a revolutionary technology for proving ownership of any unique digital asset. This could be a piece of art, a concert ticket, a membership to an exclusive club, an in-game item, or even the deed to a digital property in the metaverse. The possibilities are literally endless. The millionaire play here isn't just about flipping NFTs for a quick profit, although that can be incredibly lucrative if you know what you're doing. The real long-term wealth is in creating your own NFT collection. Imagine you build a community around a specific niche, and you create an NFT collection that gives holders exclusive access to events, content, and a network of fellow collectors. You're not just selling a JPEG, you're selling access, status, and community. Let's say you create a digital NFT collection tied to a brand, a cause, or a unique utility. You sell 10,000 NFTs at $100 each. Boom, that's $1 million gross revenue. The initial sale could generate massive revenue, and you can earn royalties on every single secondary sale for life. But again, this all comes down to strategy, research, and timing. The crypto and NFT markets move in brutal, dramatic cycles. There are bull markets where everything is flying up and it feels like you can't lose. And there are devastating bear markets where prices can crash 90% or more and everything feels like it's going to zero. Your success depends entirely on your ability to understand these cycles. You have to be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. This means having the courage to buy when there's blood in the streets, and having the discipline to take profits when everyone else is euphoric. This isn't a passive game. You have to be active, you have to be learning every single day, and you have to be emotionally detached from your money. Don't invest more than you are genuinely willing to lose, because you might. But if you can master the technology, develop a solid research framework, and learn to control your emotions, the world of digital assets offers one of the most explosive paths to your first million. Zestify Up helps you ride Web3 with clarity, not chaos. So you don't just survive the crypto jungle, you thrive in it. At number 10 is setting up an AI-powered business. Let's talk about the biggest game changer since the internet itself: artificial intelligence. This isn't sci-fi, it's happening now, creating millionaires faster than you can say ChatGPT. Imagine a team of super smart employees working for you 24/7, never getting tired, and constantly learning. You don't need to be a coding genius to build an AI-powered business. Think about the tedious tasks people hate, and how AI can solve them. This is the ultimate cheat code for scaling a business. The opportunity is massive, and we're just at the beginning. Think about starting a content agency, but using AI to generate content. You become the conductor of an AI orchestra, managing the output while the AI does the heavy lifting. The real money is in creating a machine that prints money for you. You could launch a content agency powered by ChatGPT. Let's say you charge $1,000 per month per client for daily social posts, emails, and scripts. With just 10 clients, that's $10,000 per month, or $120,000 a year. Now scale it. Hire AI-trained assistants, build templates, automate workflows. Suddenly, you're managing 50 clients, bringing in $600,000 a year. Yes, that's $600,000 a year, with margins as high as 70%. Prefer software as a service model? Build a simple tool that solves one problem for one niche, like automated real estate listings, or a chatbot for local businesses. Let's say you grow it to 1,000 users, each paying $20 per month. That's $20,000 a month in recurring revenue, or $240,000 per year. Now here's where it gets exciting. In the startup world, Businesses like this are often valued at 4 to 5 times their annual recurring revenue. So at $240,000 a year, your business could be valued at $1 million to $1.2 million, even without being huge. You haven't made $1 million in cash yet, but your business is now $1 million asset. And if you sell just 20% of it to an investor for growth capital, you could walk away with $200,000 cash, while still owning the rest. Then reinvest that $200,000. Hire a growth team, expand your features, double your users. Now your business is pulling between $500,000 to $600,000 a year in recurring revenue. Your business valuation has now shot through the roof. At that point, you could sell another slice, maybe 10% for $1 million, based on your new valuation. That's how founders stack wealth, not by trading time for money, but by building equity and selling smart slices. Zestify Up is your map in this AI revolution, showing you how to build smarter, not harder. That's the power of having vision in the age of AI. It begins with identifying a bottleneck. You're not inventing AI, you're just applying it to a real-world problem. The tech is just the tool you use to build your empire. The barrier to entry has never been lower, but the ceiling for potential has never been higher. Focus on building a brand and a system around your AI service. Niche down and become the absolute best solution for a specific group of people. You need to be obsessed with solving problems and creating value. Figure out the most creative and profitable ways to use AI. This is your chance to build the future. At number 9 is earning your first million as an influencer. In today's world, attention is the new oil. Yes, you heard me correctly. Attention is the new oil. If you can capture and hold it, you have the power to build a fortune. Building an audience is like owning the media company of the future. You just need a smartphone and an internet connection. If you have an audience who know, like, and trust you, you can sell them almost anything. You can create your own digital course, merchandise, or software. This is about building a loyal tribe. And with a loyal tribe, you can turn eyeballs into income. 10K followers, 1,000 true fans, that's all it takes. Imagine this. You grow 10,000 Instagram followers who trust your recommendations. If just 10% buy a product you promote, like your own protein shake brand, at $50 each, that's $50,000 in sales. Picture yourself flaunting your six-pack body, sharing workout tips, and every post drives more sales. Keep that up for 20 months, and you've hit your first million. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. Start a newsletter, a podcast, or a killer Instagram page. The key? Build trust, serve your tribe. Zestify Up guides you step by step through the creator economy blueprint, turning followers into fans and fans into income. The key is insane consistency and providing relentless value. You're building trust, one piece of content at a time. It's an asset that no one can ever take away from you. The easiest way to monetize is through affiliate marketing, but the real money comes when you build your own products. Once your audience gets big enough, brands will pay you to talk about their products. The ultimate goal is to create a diverse ecosystem of monetization. Building an audience is one of the most reliable paths to your first $1 million and beyond. If you have no money, no audience, and no business idea, this is where you start. Learning a high-income skill is the fastest way to making serious money. A high-income skill is something companies will pay a lot for because it directly helps them make more money. We're talking about skills that can earn you $10,000 a month or more, working for yourself from anywhere. Think about copywriting, the art of writing words that sell. A good copywriter charges $5,000 per sales page. Do 200 pages in 2 years. That's your $1 million right there. Or consider this. A Google Ads specialist managing campaigns for just 10 clients at $2,000 a month brings in $240,000 a year. With that income, you can reinvest in automation tools, AI bots, or a small freelance team to handle the workload, and scale from a solo expert to a 7-figure agency. Suddenly, your path to that first million isn't a dream, it's a system. And soon you'll be singing your way to the bank with your first million. The beauty of this path is that you are the asset. Your investment is your time and your focus. You spend that time devouring courses, reading books, and practicing your craft. You find a mentor to shortcut your learning curve. You just need to get really, really good at one valuable thing. That's where Zestify Up comes in, helping you find your zone of genius, master it, and turn it into your first million. Master the skill first. The money will follow. The first step is total immersion. You need to live, breathe, and sleep copywriting. Next, you need to practice. Focused practice with feedback. You need to get your work in front of people who know more than you. Getting your work torn apart by an expert is the fastest way to improve. It's time to build a portfolio and get your first paying clients. Create a simple one-page website showcasing your work and the results you've achieved. Then, start reaching out to potential clients. The final step is to specialize and raise your prices, because you become an expert, not just a freelancer. At number 7, let's talk about making money in real estate without owning any property. It's called wholesaling. We're not flipping houses, we're flipping the paperwork. This is for someone with more drive than cash, generating life-changing money, deal by deal. You become a deal finder, hunting for motivated sellers. You search for diamonds in the rough, properties with hidden potential. You get it under contract, giving you the legal right to purchase. Find a cash buyer, like a house flipper, and sell them your contract for a higher price. For example, find a great real estate deal. Lock it under contract for $350,000. Sell the contract to an investor for $370,000. That's $20,000 profit. And you never owned the property. Do 50 deals like that in a year, and that's your first million. That's a clean profit for being the middleman. Create a repeatable system. Treat customer generation like the lifeblood of your business. Close deals consistently, building a buyer's list. This is your golden ticket. Start building a team to scale. That's how you turn a side hustle into a $1 million empire. Okay, this next one is for everyone who has a valuable skill, but is tired of trading hours for dollars. Most people get stuck in a loop. They charge an hourly rate, and the only way to make more money is to work more hours. That is a trap. The unconventional path to $1 million is to stop selling your time and start selling a transformation. This means packaging your expertise into a high-ticket service, a premium offer that solves a massive, painful problem for your clients. We're not talking about a $50 an hour gig. We're talking about charging $5,000, $10,000, or even $25,000 for a result. Think about it. No one wants to buy coaching sessions. They want to buy the result of the coaching. They don't want to pay for a consulting report. They want to pay for the business breakthrough that the report will give them. The shift is subtle, but incredibly powerful. You move from being a service provider to being a problem solver. Your price is no longer tied to how many hours you work. It's tied to the value of the outcome you deliver. If you can help a business owner make an extra $100,000, is charging them $10,000 for that service unreasonable? Absolutely not. It's a bargain. Zestify Up can help with ideas to craft your premium service and scale it. So what kind of services can be high ticket? Literally any skill that can produce a significant result for someone else. This could be high-level business consulting, executive coaching, creating sophisticated marketing funnels for companies, or even personalized fitness and wellness transformations. The key is to identify a group of people with a deep, expensive problem, and then create a clear, structured program that guides them to the solution. You're not just giving them advice. You're giving them a roadmap, a system, and the support they need to achieve a specific life-changing outcome. The beauty of this model is that it forces you to be the best at what you do. You can't charge premium prices if you deliver mediocre results. This pushes you to refine your process, to streamline your systems, and to focus intensely on client success. Your success becomes directly linked to their success. When you start getting incredible testimonials and case studies from clients whose lives or businesses you've transformed, your service starts to sell itself. You're no longer just a freelancer. You are an expert with a proven track record of delivering massive value, and you can charge accordingly. Now for the fun part, the math to $1 million. Let's say you've created an incredible high-ticket coaching or consulting package, and you price it at $5,000. To make $1 million, you only need to find 200 clients. 200, that's it. That's not a stadium full of people. That's a small community. Broken down over a year, that's fewer than 4 new clients a week. When you think about the billions of people on the planet, finding 200 who need the exact solution you provide is not just possible. It's inevitable if you put in the work. This reframes the entire challenge from impossible to achievable. But how do you find these 200 clients? You don't just sit and wait for them. You have to build a system that attracts, nurtures, and converts high-quality leads. This often involves creating valuable content, like YouTube videos, podcasts, or articles, that demonstrates your expertise and builds trust with your audience. You're giving away your best insights for free to prove that you know what you're talking about. Then, you invite interested people to have a conversation with you, a sales call where you diagnose their problem and determine if your high-ticket service is the right solution for them. This model is also incredibly scalable. Unlike selling your time by the hour, a high-ticket service is often a structured program that you can deliver to multiple clients at once. You could run a group coaching program where 10 clients go through your system together. Now, you're not just making $5,000, you're making $50,000 for the same block of time. This leverage is how you can blow past the $1 million mark without burning yourself out. You build the system once, the curriculum, the worksheets, the community, and then you sell access to it over and over again. Ultimately, Offering a high-ticket service is about having the confidence to charge what you're worth. It's about understanding that people with big problems are willing to pay big money for real solutions. It requires you to step up, become a true expert, and focus relentlessly on delivering transformative results for your clients. You're not just building a business, you're building a legacy of success stories. Find 200 people, change their lives or their businesses, and you'll find your $1 million waiting for you on the other side. It's that simple and that profound. At number 5 is arbitrage. It is one of the oldest, purest forms of making money in the world, and it's a concept you absolutely need to understand. In the simplest terms, arbitrage is the art of exploiting price differences. You buy something in one market for a low price, and you immediately sell it in another market for a higher price. The difference between those two prices is your profit, and it's called the spread. This isn't about creating a new product or inventing a new service. It's about being smarter, faster, and more knowledgeable than everyone else about where to find value. You are a hunter of inefficiency. Think about it on a basic level. If you know a rare comic book sells for $500 online, and you find it at a garage sale for $5, that's arbitrage. You're taking advantage of an information gap. This principle applies to everything, from physical products to digital assets to complex financial instruments. The entire game is about identifying these price discrepancies and having the system in place to capitalize on them before anyone else does. It's a game of speed, knowledge, and execution. Let's use a real-world example to make this concrete. Imagine you're on a wholesale website and you find a high-end coffee machine on a clearance sale that you can buy in bulk for $40 per unit. You do some research and discover that this exact same coffee machine is selling on Amazon for $120. That is a massive price difference. That is an arbitrage opportunity. You've identified a market inefficiency. The manufacturer is willing to sell cheap in bulk, and the customers on Amazon are willing to pay a premium for convenience and trust. Your job is to simply be the bridge between the two. The key to successful arbitrage is research and validation. You don't just blindly buy 1,000 coffee machines and hope they sell. You test the market first. Maybe you buy 10 units, list them on Amazon, and see how quickly they sell at the $120 price point. Once you confirm that the demand is real and the profit margin is there, then you can go all in. You bought for $40 and sold for $120. That's $80 profit per unit. Sell 12,500 of them in a year. That's your first million. Right there. ZestifyUp reveals trending niches and stealth tactics. You have to remove the guesswork and operate based on data. Arbitrage isn't gambling. It's a calculated business strategy based on exploiting known price differences for a predictable profit. This is how you can sell thousands of units without ever touching a box yourself. It's the ultimate form of leverage. Finally, to truly scale, you start diversifying. Maybe the coffee machine market gets too competitive over time. That's fine. You've already built the skills and systems to find the next winning product. You've learned how to research markets, source products, and sell them online. So you apply that same formula to kitchen blenders, then to office chairs, then to digital cameras. You build a portfolio of profitable arbitrage products. Your business is no longer about one specific item. It's about the process of finding and exploiting price inefficiencies over and over again until those $80 profits stack up into $1 million. At number 4, let's explore another powerful wealth-building strategy, licensing your intellectual property, or IP. This is the ultimate create once, sell forever machine. Imagine creating a song, a book, or even a unique business process once and getting paid for it repeatedly, for years, without extra work. You're selling the right for others to use your creation. A prime example is Disney and Mickey Mouse. One Mickey Mouse character, created almost a century ago, has generated billions. Look at Disney. Every time someone stamps Mickey Mouse on a lunchbox or a t-shirt, Disney gets paid. They don't make the t-shirt, they don't ship the lunchbox, but they own the character. The principle matters. Musicians can license tracks, photographers can license photos, and software developers can license programs. ZestifyUp can show you how creators are stacking passive income through licensing. The key is to create something valuable and own the rights. Protect your creation with copyrights, trademarks, or patents. Find those who benefit from your IP. You're selling permission to use it for a fee or royalty. Aim for multiple licenses, creating diverse income streams from one asset. That's how you generate recurring revenue from something created once. At number 3 is real estate. This strategy is responsible for creating more millionaires than almost any other method in history. We're talking about buying real estate, using other people's money, or OPM, to do it. The concept here is to leverage capital from banks and private investors to acquire income-producing properties. You control the asset, you collect the cash flow, and you build equity, all while risking very little of your own cash. This is the ultimate wealth-building hack, because it allows you to control assets that are worth way more than the money you have. It starts with finding a great deal, where the potential rental income is significantly higher than the monthly mortgage payment, taxes, and insurance. This difference is your cash flow. Once you find the deal, you create a proposal. You show investors the numbers, and you're selling them on the return on their investment. They provide the down payment and closing costs, and in return, you give them a percentage of the cash flow. Suddenly, you control a massive asset. It's paying for itself, and it's generating you passive income. You're building your fortune with someone else's fortune. This is a process known as the BRRRR method: buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. Imagine you do this 4 times. You now control $1 million worth of real estate. This is how you build a legitimate $1 million net worth. You've turned the skill of finding good deals into a machine that prints equity. Now, let's explore a straightforward path to $1 million. Make something valuable: a course, a journal, a comfy chair, or even a cleverly branded coffee mug. Create one amazing product that helps people and sell it for $100. Sell it to 10,000 people. That's your first million. It's the ultimate one-to-many model. This could be a digital course, a unique physical product, or even a software tool. Create something that delivers 10 times the value of its price. The beauty of this model is its scalability. Focus on getting it in front of as many people as possible through marketing. You need an irresistible offer, a killer sales funnel, and a deep understanding of your market. Build a system designed for mass conversion. Leverage targeted ads and content to create awareness. Use a sales funnel with valuable content to capture leads. Then convert leads into customers with a high-value sales page. Constantly test and tweak it to improve your conversion rate. Build an efficient system that scales your message and turns clicks into cash. ZestifyUp is your companion if you're ready to build that system. The countdown is over. We talked about selling to the masses. Now flip that. Sell one thing to one person or company for $1 million. Sounds insane, but it's possible. The secret? Solve $1 million problem. Stop thinking, how do I make $1 million? Start asking, who has $1 million problem I can solve? Comment below, what's one problem you could solve if money wasn't a limit? Large companies have these problems. Imagine a logistics issue costing a company millions. Your custom software saves them that money. Your $1 million price tag? A bargain. Shift your mindset to solving massive, expensive problems. This could be custom software, brokering deals, or overhauling a company's marketing. It's about the result, selling them millions in new sales. Position yourself as an expert delivering a massive ROI. Be the go-to person in a high-value niche. Network, build your brand, and reach decision makers. Build up to it by solving smaller problems first. Build a portfolio of wins. Your network is everything. Place yourself in the inner circle through high-end events and genuine relationships. Understand their problems better than anyone. The pitch is about them, their problem, and your strategic plan. Map out the multi-million-dollar ROI. Present your fee as a small investment. It requires confidence and expertise, but you only need one yes. And that was it. 12 powerful, unconventional, and proven ways to reach your first $1 million. We covered everything from compounding tiny habits to solving $1 million problems. But listen to me very carefully right now. The secret is not about trying to do all 12 of these things at once. That's a recipe for burnout and getting absolutely nowhere. The real secret, the key that unlocks everything, is choosing one. Just one path that resonates with you, that lights a fire in your gut, and going all in. You need to become completely obsessed with mastering that one strategy until it makes you a millionaire. Don't get distracted. Don't chase shiny objects. Choose one and commit. I want you to get this through your head. Millionaires are not a special breed of human. They weren't born with a secret $1 million gene that you don't have. They are just focused. They are people who made a decision, picked a vehicle, and then refused to get out until they reach their destination. And you? You are just one bold decision away from starting that same journey. One decision to stop consuming and start creating. One decision to invest in yourself. One decision to pick a path from this video and take the first, terrifying, exciting step. That's all that separates you from the life you want. It's a choice. So if you are serious, I mean truly, 100% serious about transforming your life, about rewriting your financial future, then do this right now. Hit that subscribe button and join the ZestifyUp tribe. This isn't just another channel, we are a community of builders, and we drop weekly strategies, mindset breakthroughs, and the real-world tools you need to actually make this happen. We're in this with you for the long haul, giving you the blueprint week after week. This is your official invitation to stop dreaming and start building. The support system you need is right here, waiting for you. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about the money. The $1 million is just a scorecard. It's about what that money represents. Freedom. The freedom to wake up and control your own day. The freedom to take care of the people you love. The freedom to build a legacy that outlasts you. So I have one last question for you. Comment below right now and tell me which path you're choosing. Which one are you going to obsess over? Declare it. Make it real. And if you're ready to make your first million a reality, let's go build the life they said you couldn't. This is Zestify Up, and your story starts now.